This video is for Theme Communication, Unit Alphabet Soup, and this is video 2. In video 1 what we did is we created this line of text that says A is for apple. And then we used some of the drawing tools up here to draw this picture of an apple. What we're going to do next is we're going to do the next line. So the next letter of the alphabet is B. So I want you to think of a word that begins with the letter B. What we're going to do is we're going to type B is for and then our word, and then we're hopefully going to either draw a picture or put a picture of that word into this document. I'm going to do B is for bicycle. So I need to put the red line where I want my next line of text to appear. Now I don't want it to appear here because as I start writing it will probably bump into this drawing of an apple. So I'm going to go down just a little bit, maybe to here, and I'm going to start my next piece of writing. So again, I'm going to do a capital B. Remember, to do capitals, what we need to do is we need to find the shift key on our keyboard, keep hold of that shift key with one hand, and then find the letter B on our keyboard and press that with our other hand. So B is for, and then I'm going to write bicycle. And then I'm going to press space. Oops. Right, what you can see has happened here is that one of my words in my writing has had a red box put around it. What do you think that means? Well, actually what it means is that I've spelt that word wrong. So there's a really clever feature inside this program that spots when we spell a word wrong. And what's really helpful is if we go over here to this button and click on it, and then click on our word, like this, it comes up with a list that says, check this word, bicycle. So it's saying you spelt this word wrong. And it then suggests what you should have written, which is this word here. And as you can see, I put a kicking K here instead of a curly K. And that was my mistake. So I can check that word by clicking on it so that it changes the word bicycle with a kicking K into the word bicycle with a curly K. And then, if I click on these lips here, this mouth,
bicycle,
it'll read out the word for me so I can decide whether it is the right word or not. If it is the right word, I can press the change button here. And you'll notice that there's no longer a red box around this word and it's replaced my kicking K with a curly K. So that's a really nice feature of this software, that you can do a spell check. I'm now going to close this window, and then my next step, just like before where I did A is for apple and then drew an apple, I'm now going to do B is for bicycle, and instead of drawing a bicycle, I know that if I click on this button up here that says pictures, and I look carefully through these different banks of pictures, I know that there's a bicycle in the transport option here. If I click on that, I can then choose between a hand-drawn bicycle with no colour, or I can choose this bicycle that's been coloured in purple. There's lots of different pictures in each of these categories. So again, if I go back, maybe you don't want to do B is for bicycle. You might want to go into the seaside one. You might want to do B is for bucket. So you can choose a picture that you'd like to use for your word. And again, if you've chosen a word where there isn't a picture, then you can use the drawing tools to draw your picture instead. But I'm going to use this nice little bike here. So I'm going to click on that picture, keep hold of my mouse button and drag it across here. Now again, you can see that it's very big and I don't want it to be that big. So as long as I've got it selected, as long as it's got this red dotted line going around it, I can use these red squares to click, keep hold of your mouse button and drag, and that will make it smaller, like that. Then once I'm happy with the size, I can move my cursor, my arrow, over the picture until it's a pointing finger, and then I can click, drag and move it into the right place like that. The last thing I need to do to finish off this line of text is to change my letter B into a different colour. So if you remember, I need to move my arrow up to the letter B until the cursor changes. Then I click before the letter B, keep hold of my mouse button and drag across the B so that it has a grey box around it. That means that I've selected the letter B. Then, if you can remember which button I need to press to change the colour, it's right, it's this one, the effects button. I can then choose a colour that I want to turn that letter B into. And because my bicycle is purple, I'm going to change the letter of the B to purple as well. I can close the effects, close the choose pictures, click anywhere on my screen, and then I've got my first two lines finished. What you need to do is you need to do these first two lines and then see if you can do the next couple of letters in the alphabet as well. So see if you can do A, B, C and D. And if you've got time, you might want to do some more. E, F, G and so on. Okay, good luck.